And he goes towards Dzeko! First blood to Inter Milan in the semi-final. Here's Mkhitaryan, it's 2-0. Down he goes, penalty.
Well, he's going to take a look at it.
Wow, changed his mind.
He's overturned it.
Hello there. Midway through this Milanese Euro derby, let's get a view from the Italian sporting press on events so far. The Gazzetta dello Sport, the Corriere dello Sport, the other one. First up, Gazzetta on last week's Milanese up. This was their front page Thursday after Inter's 2-0 win. Inter takes flight, they say, with top marks for Edin Dzeko, the swan of Sarajevo. Regarding Inter's penalty shout, which was, of course, overturned by VAR, Gazzetta says it was the right call. They described Lautaro Martinez's tumble as being Shakespearean. That's Sir William, not Craig. I don't know what the bar would have made of Milan's defending. A comedy of errors, perhaps, although their play was more tragic. But certainly Corriere dello Sport took a dim view of it all, giving the entire Milan back line dismal marks, 5 out of 10 for Kier, for Theo Hernandez and for Tomori, while Captain Calamity, Davide Calabria, got a mere 4.5. Milan manager Stefano Pioli also got 5 out of 10, which is interesting because Corriere very much made his counterpart on the Inter bench, Simone Inzaghi, the star of the show. Here's their front page, Real Simone, comparing him there to Real Madrid, giving him 8 out of 10, and a front page editorial which likened him to Sacchi. That's Arrigo Sacchi, the man who took Milan to multiple titles, kind of the Yoda of the Italian game, and not get the Sacchi, which is what many of these same papers were predicting for Simone only a month or so ago. Back then we read the view of the club was, he's not the boss for us, and now you might just get them there. Of course, we're only at the, if you will, intermission of his intermission. And as the Corriere della Sera wisely pointed out last Thursday under their headline, Too Much Inter, great job Simone, but ignore the minarets of Istanbul because this job is not over yet. And yet, given that Inter have now beaten Milan 3 times since the turn of this year alone, and given that, as the Gazzetta points out, Milan seem incapable of learning any lessons from this, you have to say that the Nerazzurri look pretty comfortable right now, particularly after what happened this weekend in the league, because while Inter were off beating Sassuolo to record their 7th straight victory, Milan went and lost 2-0 again, this time away to strugglers Spezia.
Spezia surely heading for victory now.
Post-game, and embarrassed Pioli and the players had to go and apologise to the travelling tifosi, who then turned up in their hundreds anyway the next day at the training ground to rattle their pots and ramp up the tension. My word, O Rossoneri, thou art sick, as the bard himself might put it. Again, William, not Craig. What'll happen in Act 2 of our drama? Will it be all's well that ends well, perhaps, for Milan, or another Inter's tale? We'll be finding out when the curtain goes up very shortly.